total in each of the last 6 seasons, and they get a first win in Jacksonville. They were 0-3 coming into the day, make it a 23-17 final as Jacksonville falls to 2-5. And you look at the spread there. Giants cover the spread. You get at the money line, and the under is what hits in this game at 44. But a good performance from Trevor Lawrence today, and more importantly, Travis Etienne. Let's talk about that performance from Etienne. Jamey, how surprised were you? I mean, we were just talking about this in the break. James Robinson, don't see him on the stat sheet anywhere, but Etienne has a breakout game. I don't know how you read this Jacksonville running game at this point.
Oh, this has been building for the last couple of weeks. You've seen Etienne taking on more and more work. We tend to forget, even though he was drafted 2 years ago, this is now his 7th game in the league. And so getting used to his new offense, his new coach, his new system, all those things. But you just see the difference. This is what we were expecting. The guy coming back from an Achilles tear. Credit to what James Robinson has done. It's been an absolutely fantastic story. This is the more explosive player. If this offense wants to take the next step, he has to be on the field more, getting more touches. Now, did I expect to see no James Robinson? He only had 1 target, no carries. That was a shock. But to see Travis Etienne taking over the job, this is why I was saying draft him in the 3rd round to begin with. I liked him as a start this week against the Giants. This is the type of player you want to see moving forward. 8 yards per carry, 3 games in a row, and more work in the passing game still to come. Did not throw him the ball enough by my estimation. And so if they keep getting him more touches, this offense will be better for it.
Yeah, look, Jacksonville's been in every game. Every single one has come down to the final possession, every one, and in terms of their losses. But they make mistakes in certain situations that kill them, whether it's a penalty to keep a drive alive. It's happened all year. That's a young team. But in this game, Doug Peterson made a major mistake. You're up by 4, and you have the ball, I think it was at the 20-something yard line, on a 4th and 1, with about 9 minutes to go in the game, and he decided to go for it. Didn't get it. Kick your field goal. Go up 7. Put the pressure on the other team to get a touchdown to tie you. It's happened week in and week out with Doug Peterson. He's a great play caller. Sometimes I think he gets too cute. Sometimes in those short yardage situations, he calls some weird plays. Maybe Philly special. He's all leaning back on that or whatever. But you got to be able to get your first down and then go from there. And in some scenarios, taking a field goal is okay.
One of the nice things was, though, that the passing game certainly come alive a little bit for this Jacksonville team. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, 22 of 43 for 310, but obviously the breakout star of the game was Travis Etienne. Now, Pete, I have to ask you about the Giants, 6-1. I mean, Brian Daboll at this point, Coach of the Year?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. He's the Coach of the Year. And
Nick Sirianni might want to have a conversation.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it plays out. This team was supposed to be horrible.
I'm
a lot of people
I'm with you, but Nick Sirianni undefeated.
But this team has taken on his personality. You can see it. They don't quit. Daniel Jones, by the way, was outstanding. The play calls were fantastic today. They got him outside the pocket. They ran him a bunch. They threw short in the flat, and they took advantage of the Jacksonville's defense dropping out. It was a great game plan, and Brian Daboll's a great play caller, but he's also become a good head coach because you can see they rally around him. They believe in him. And Wink Martindale's a heck of a defensive coordinator. You mentioned Trevor Lawrence had those good numbers, but he got a lot of them on the last drive. And granted, if he throws a touchdown pass and wins it, it's kudos to him. Yeah. But they were stymied there for a little while, too, at times during this game.
So we mentioned, sorry, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to say, Pete said it. The breakout star of this game was Daniel Jones. And we're starting to see he's not Josh Allen. And I don't want to ever say that anybody's going to be that guy. But 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. He's been basically above 40 yards rushing every game. He likes that dual threat. Brian Daboll likes that dual threat type of guy, and we're starting to see him make some plays. This receiving core is miserable on paper, but you're seeing Darius Slayton now 2 of 3 games making plays. Wan'Dale Robinson back-to-back games making plays. This is Saquon Barkley's offense, but as Daniel Jones gets more and more comfortable and does the things that Daniel Jones is capable of doing, I don't know if they have their quarterback of the future, but he's starting to look that way with the more wins that he's stacking up week by week.
Well, and I mean, another guy that's looking for a contract, right? A contract extension, and certainly something that could be under discussion as you take a look at the fantasy recap. For PPR scoring here, and I mean, there it is, Daniel Jones, it's right there, 30 points. He was the most on this board in terms of the point production. Not far behind, though, Trevor Lawrence with 18 points. Travis Etienne, we talked about him, 114, and the touchdown today gets him 18 points. And Saquon Barkley, he outpointed Saquon Barkley by a single point. Saquon getting you 17 points today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.